Hello. I bet you're all wondering what we're doing outside and why I'm wearing an adventuring hat. Well, we're going to be looking at garden stuff today. It is the height of garden season. I've been working really hard on my garden, and I wanted to share my gardening journey with you. So I thought this would be a fun change of pace. We're going to go outside. We're going to enjoy the beautiful weather because for whatever reason this year, it is absolutely gorgeous. We've got a good bit of rain. It's been cooler. It's not been super hot yet. So this has been amazing, at least where I'm living in Pennsylvania. A little bit of background information. So last year I built my garden. We started by cementing our posts in. We put up a fence around it. And I just dug straight into the ground, and that was pretty much it. And that was my first year of gardening here at my location. This year is my second year. And I decided I didn't really like going straight into the ground. It was kind of hard to work with. I couldn't get very deep. I kept having to deal with crabgrass, and it was very frustrating. So I kind of decided to do like a blanket, basically to start from scratch.
Looks like my plants came back. Look at that. That one's back. These are back. I think those could be parsnips here. I think those are parsnips. And I see even some of the carrots as well. See if there's anything else. I planted beets in here, but I don't see any beets. These beans look dead. Peppers and tomatoes look dead. Yeah, but those came back.
I was going to lay down cardboard over the entire thing, put some things that are good for drainage, like hay and small sticks and a bunch of leaves. We get tons of leaves in my yard because of these giant trees that I have, 2 giant maples. They give a bunch of leaves and they collect all over in the little pools of my house. So I took leaves, I took sticks, I took some hay because I had some leftover hay from my strawberries, and I laid a bottom layer down, and then on top of it, I put dirt that I got from my local composting center. And if you're looking to start from scratch and you don't really have anything and need dirt, that's what I would recommend as well. My local composting center for my township, they have, the compost, which is the dirt, but I also mulch. When I went to go get the pass, they have like 2 options. They have where you can drop off and pick up stuff or just pick up stuff. Now, for me, I wasn't really going to be dropping anything off. I mostly wanted it just to pick up dirt, but I also wanted to be able to pick up mulch. And the interesting part is if I was dropping off and picking up, it was way more expensive than just picking up. So that is something to be aware of when you are searching to find something that is affordable for you. Again, because I don't have a job currently, money's tight, so finding the cheaper option was better. And I found it was only $10 a year to pick up a limited amount of times. But if I was dropping off and picking up, it would have cost me $60 for the whole year, which is a crazy price difference. So saved a lot of money there by doing a little bit of reading and learning what my township has to offer. And again, $10, even though I had to haul it and pick it up and shovel it myself, it's a lot easier than buying it from the bags. Now, there is other risks that are involved too. You don't know what's in any of this dirt or any of this mulch. You're kind of at the whim of what other people have put in there, which I did get weird things like plastic, and there could also be, other insects and other things in it as well that could be invasive. So you have to really be careful about what you're bringing into your garden and your soil. So it is another aspect to consider before just jumping in and doing it. But for my situation, this seemed to be the best thing I could do, and it was worthwhile for me. When I first bought my dirt, I did start planting my plants. Now, again, I possibly should have built it out a little bit more, but it was right around Mother's Day, which is the time where I wanted to start putting my plants in because it's nice and warm. So I went and planted them, knowing that as I got more dirt, I would go and fill it in. Now, this was not a 1 or 2 day project. This took several days of me going back and forth to the center to go pick it up. All right, I figured I'd give you a garden update. It's been a while since I've done this. I just went to my local composting area for my township, and I just picked up my 3rd truckload of dirt. So yeah, I got my 3rd truck of dirt. garden's currently looking like this. I'm pretty excited, actually. I was able to go and plant a lot of my plants. These are ones that came back from last year, so I have some collard here. And I also have some parsnips here. And they all came back from last year, which is nice. So I couldn't really move them, or I didn't want to bother moving, so I just kind of did a temporary cardboarding around them and then added more dirt on top to try to keep all this grass out. But as you can see, I didn't do the best of jobs, mostly because I have to haul the dirt. So that's been taking a lot of effort. I did go and plant tomatoes. So I have my tomatoes in here. I also have a couple marigolds. You can see there. And I do need to prop these up. A lot of my tomatoes are really, really tall. And I need to like fill dirt like all the way up to there. Like I need to do a lot more dirt because they need as many roots as possible. And I bought them real early. It was a lesson I learned. But yeah, I need to go fill it in now that I have a truckload of dirt. That's like one of the first things I want to do today. I also have pepper plants over here on this side. And they seem to be doing fine. They were not nearly as big, so they were a lot easier to plant. And some of my tomatoes were small, so they're pretty good as far as stuff. But I would like to continue to kind of fill that in a little bit more. And then I was planning on putting some other plants in between. Like I was thinking about doing some rows of carrots in between, but I got to fill this out first. So that's what I'm going to do first today is I'm going to try to fill out these tomato plants a little more, make them bigger. I also have more pepper plants I need to plant, so I need to add a little bit more going forward. I know it looks ugly right now, but that's because I was doing the best I can. And because I can't really haul water, I've been trying to use the rain as my time to plant and everything. So when I know a bunch of rain days are coming in a row, I've been using that to my advantage to start planting some of my seedlings into my garden. And again, I have to kind of work around that, but also work with when my township's open because they're not open when it's rainy. So on those days, I've been trying to time everything so I can get dirt, put it in. Like it just rained all week. So my stuff should be pretty saturated. So now I'm just trying to bring in dirt so I can add more plants again when it starts raining. And yeah, it's a delicate balance. I'm learning very much so, and this year I'm just kind of doing the best I can given the circumstances of trying to go kind of from scratch. And I'll get back to you when I'm done moving all this dirt. All right, I might look a little disheveled because it's a lot of lifting and shoveling, and I'm going to be doing it by myself. So, all right, so I'm all done unloading all my dirt, and I'm going to tell you right now, it probably doesn't look like much of a difference, but for me, it's a huge difference. So let me show you what I got. I did put a little bit more dirt in this garden to try to get the edges of the cardboard and the garden bed to kind of meet a little bit better. I did also add this little pot of dirt, and I think I'm going to be putting my Swiss chard in there. It is ready to get planted, so I'm going to put that in there. I did extend out my peppers a little bit more, and I also added a little bit more dirt to these back ones that were getting kind of tall and looked like they could use a little bit more space for roots underneath them. And then in my tomatoes, again, it doesn't look like it did anything, but I put so much dirt here just to try to get like the bases of them covered. Like, look at that mountain I got. So I'm really, really, really trying to get my tomato plants lots and lots of roots that they can love and grow. I also made in between a little bit deeper as well. So it doesn't look like much from, the outside, but honestly, the amount of dirt I put here to help give them all the depth they need is, I think, well worth it and should pay off. Now, I know some of these look kind of bad. I'll be watering them tonight. Hope that plus all the nice wet dirt that I put on should help too. Give them a little bit of water from that. So hopefully that'll keep them hydrated from now until I can get to them tonight. This one in the back looks not great, but the rest of them actually are looking good. Even the one that I accidentally snipped off everything and is just a body, it seems to be doing just fine. It's still pretty green. So we'll see if that one makes it or not. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a fighting shot. This one is a little wilty, but I think it should pull through eventually as well. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. It's a good day's work today. Got a lot done. You keep flowering and I keep heading them and they keep doing it again. But I'm going to go deflower these guys so they can continue to grow what they're supposed to grow, not what they want to grow.
All right, about to go on a poison hunt. My yard is completely full of poison ivy. It's like all over the place. It's not in one area. There's like a bunch of spots that I've seen, and today's finally like a cooler day, so I feel like comfortable wearing like long everything, and I'm just gonna have to go pull it out because that's the only way to deal with it. So wish me luck. I'll let you know in a few days if I actually ended up getting any poison ivy. I don't think I do. I'm like very, very mildly allergic to poison ivy. The big one for me is sumac, which I do get here as well. We get poison ivy, poison oak, and sumac, and I live in the suburbs. This is like the weirdest thing ever. I'm like nowhere near the middle of nowhere, but yeah, I get all types of poisons here. Yeah, wish me the best of luck. I'm not going to be filming this because I'm going to be touching poison and I don't want to get it on my phone or anything else like that. No, I'm not even going to bother showing viewed footage of the poison before I pull it. That's just too much extra work. I'm just going to go do it. Yeah, so as for an update, I did get a little bit of a rash on my wrist today, but I used some Dawn dish soap and some water and it's gone away already and you can't even see it. So far, I think I'm in the clear for poison. I also am super excited. I got my largest haul of strawberries yet. Look at all of them and they look so delicious. I can't wait to eat these. They're going to be wonderful. My little strawberry patch is doing so well. I'm very excited. So there's this local auction that I go to almost every week, and I get like usually random produce or, overstock goods and all that kind of stuff. It's really nice because you can get a lot of things for a very reasonable price. Well, the one day we were there, they ended much earlier than usual, and they're like, hey, if you want to go, the flower auction is still going, and you guys should go check it out. And that's what like the auctioneer was saying. And my friend and I looked at each other, we're like, why not? We got nothing to do tonight. It's like, 7 o'clock. We usually don't get done until 9. So yeah, why not? Let's just go check it out. I could use some flowers. Like, let's go. So we went to the flower auction and oh my god, these flowers were absolutely gorgeous. Granted, I don't really know flower prices. Luckily, my friend had a little bit better of an idea. So that was super helpful and everything. So she helped me kind of make, informed decisions about what would be good. But I did end up getting these flats of flowers and I absolutely love them. They are so gorgeous. So I ended up getting one flat of petunias and I got 2 flats of what they called African daisies. And they were such beautiful colors. They look great. Yeah, that's how I ended up with these random flowers that I wasn't expecting to buy out of the blue. But my friend here definitely appreciates it. And the very next day, I ended up planting them. I asked my mom to help because I don't know like anything about flowers. So I was like, hey, where should I put these? What do I do? All that kind of stuff. And she helped me lay them out, come up with like a nice layout, and then I went and planted them all. And while I was planting them, she went around and watered, which was great because it helped it make it go so much faster. So yeah, that's how I ended up with these flowers. So that's my random story. So it's been 2 days since my poison hunt, and I do have a little bit of a rash, not anything to worry about. Just see, you can't even focus on it. I have like 2 little dots. That's it. I got like absolutely nothing. And just keep washing it with Dawn dish soap and water and everything seems to be good. So I think I'm in the clear, but I still technically should wait one more day because I know if I get sumac, it usually takes till day 3 to even show up. So I didn't pick any sumac, so I think I'd be fine, but just in case, we'll see how it goes. But so far, we're looking real good.
All right, so we are back again with another garden update video. Let's start off with the quick and easy. So I did end up getting some poison ivy. Oh, you can't see it on this. Oh, it's because my watch is on the way. I'm not even bothered with this hand, but most of it's on this one. So I did get a little bit, which is kind of annoying. I was hoping to get like basically none or go away right away. It's not like that itchy or anything. It's just a mild annoyance. I also seem to have lost the battle with poison ivy. It's starting to pop back up again. I did get some selective spray for it because it's pretty bad. Like, for example, it's all in like these bushes that belong to my neighbor, and she said I can do whatever. She doesn't care. She actually cut them like as low as she could at the beginning of the year, but the vine so entangled in there that it became really, really hard, and it spread into like the walkway and everything. There's a bunch popping up here, like these are poison here. I did just spray today. It's all over the place, so I'm trying to do my best. But today I'm here with my fourth chocolate of dirt, and I'm excited to get another garden bed done today. I did add a bunch of clay pots recently. Actually, I just added them a few minutes ago, and I did some prep for the next bed that I'm going to add. So I laid down the cardboard, put down some branches and some leaves that I have all over my property. And then I'm just going to put dirt on top of it and try to fill out some of the other areas I already started to make them more useful for what I need. Again, that's slowly building. I can't carry that much dirt at once. All right, so I'm going to go unload some dirt and I'll get back to you when I'm done with that with another update. All right, just finished spraying out my dirt, so let's check out what I got. There's a grand sweep. I was able to set up what's going to be my asparagus patch over here. I put more dirt over top of these guys, some grass popping up through. So I figured I'd laid more there. There was only so much I could do because I couldn't really put cardboard where there was already plants. I widened out over here a little bit. And overall, I think my card's doing okay. Granted, some better than others. I think widening the bed will help because I know it likes to be more in the middle. Now, as for these little clay pots I got at the dollar store, my local dollar store doesn't have them, but I went to a different one and they had some. And then I just put some plumber's putty in the bottom. And I got some free dishes off of Facebook Marketplace that worked as good coverings. So I just, like I said, I put those in today. So they haven't done too much. My basil's doing good though on this one. It looks like my cellar got eaten or something, but hopefully it bounces back. My peppers, I widened it a bit more and added more this way and also just kind of filled it up. It was a little low on this side, so I tried to add a little bit more. So far, peppers are looking great. I haven't really messed with them too much. I've been spending a lot of time on my tomatoes. So tomatoes, this took me a long time to do. So I made more of like rolling hills now. So it's like higher mound, divot, higher mound, divot, higher mound. So I kind of filled out those spots a little bit more, made them less like volcanoes and more like solid rows. Some of my little ones, I went in, pulled off some of their lower leaves, and then buried them a bit more now that I had more dirt, which is good. So they should be looking pretty promising. I put in the rest of the stakes that I had as well. And if you've never seen these clips before, they're pretty handy. My dad gave me a whole bunch. I don't know where he got them, but I'm sure you can find them online. I'll ask him, see where, or maybe I'll look and see if I can find a link for them. But they're great because you can just clip them on, clip them off real easy. They don't damage the plant and you can reuse them year after year. And then I do have one terracotta pot in here. I'm not sure where I want to put the rest of them because I did put some carrot seeds down in the middle. I'm not sure, and I haven't seen any signs of life yet, but I think carrots take a while to gestate. But I didn't really want to put dirt in the middle on either side, mostly because I know you're not supposed to put seeds in too deep. So hopefully I get some signs of life. Ideally, I would have liked to put like some cardboard or like a piece of wood down to help them while they were gestating. I think that's the right word. But I didn't have any because all the cardboard I have, and every time I get more cardboard, has been used towards making the rest of my garden, like over here. Like that was just all the cardboard I just recently got. And I still got like all here to fill in. So it takes some time. Now, again, I know it looks really, really ugly right now. And I'm going to be putting mulch all the way around in between. And that'll help make it look a lot nicer. For now, you'll just have to deal with my weird spots of cardboard and hay and other stuff sticking out. But that's part of the process. It's not all going to happen in one day, 1 week. Oh, one more thing before I forget. I completely blew out the bottom of my boots somehow. I have no idea when it happened or why, but I put them on today. I was walking out my front door and I'm like, why does my shoes feel so weird? Check it. You see that? Like completely blown out. I've never blown out my shoes before, like ever. And the other one, not quite as bad, but I have like in here where it just like blew at the bottom. So weird. And honestly, I probably have worn these boots like less than 20 times. So I have no idea. And they mostly spend most of their life in a closet. So I don't understand why this happened, but I can tell you I will not be buying this brand again.
And if you have a recommendation for a good boot brand, let me know, because I would like some nice working boots, especially with all the poison and stuff I have in my yard. I need a good pair of boots. So yeah, give me some recommendations in the comments.
So yesterday, I went to the recycling center and I did film all this, but the footage is completely lost. But since it was just yesterday, I can still kind of go through. I went and got more mulch this time because I needed mulch. I thought that with that one trip, I could get my garden 90% done. That's what I was hoping. I was like, yeah, let's get 90% there. And then we're basically done with the whole thing. Spoiler alerts, one more truck trip was not 90%, but I did finish the back half. So let's take a look. So this I filled up further. I think I was only about there. You can kind of see the color difference between here and here. So I did fill out here all the way across. This was done, but I got the back half over on the side, and I also got the side of this one as well. And oh my gosh, is my garden looking so much better now. It's starting to look like a garden, a lot less ragtag. I did also put some over here as well, mostly because that one piece of cardboard keeps flying off and I was tired of it. So I figured I'd put that in. I am so excited. My tomato plants are looking amazing. I'm starting to get little buds of tomato everywhere. Some of them even have the starting of tomatoes. Let's go oh, here's one over here. This guy is nice and big. Look at that little baby tomato. I am so excited. And I don't know if you remember what my tomatoes looked like when I first planted them. These are the same ones, the ones that were super tall at first. And even though I tried to build up the mound, they went pretty good. And they started growing leaves closer to the bottom now. So that is good as well. It kind of filled itself out from the stick that it was, which is great. And a bunch of them are starting to get tomatoes. They're looking nice and vibrant green. I do occasionally still get some like yellowish leaves, but I'm doing my best to remove them as I see them to keep my plants as healthy as possible, just in case it's some sort of rot or something. I forget what it's called, but there is like a type of disease that tomato plants can get. And so far, a lot of the ones that are coming in are looking really good. So I just picked a bunch of these yesterday too. But I'm trying to get rid of the ones that look unhealthy and just keep the healthy looking leaves. And so far, it's been good because they've been looking great. So that's exciting. My pepper plants are getting nice and big as well. I don't know if you can see any of this. Some of them are starting to flower, which is nice. And I even have one or two that already have some itsy bitsy peppers on them. A real tiny little licking pepper there. Oh, look how big this one's getting. That one's almost the size of my pinky. Another itsy bitsy pepper here. So peppers are doing wonderful. My Swiss chard is coming up pretty good. I feel like it's growing in fine. Problem is they got some sort of bug or something eating it. I'm not really sure, but hopefully it kind of goes away. Don't know why, but every single one of my marigolds look like this. You can see anything. Like there is a plant here, right here. That's my marigold. It got absolutely wrecked by something, and all of them look like that. It's pretty bad. Like here's another one right here. Collards are looking fine. Again, there is something eating them. I'm not sure what. You got any advice on how to prevent this? Let me know. I think it's looking better than it was before. So that's good. I have my asparagus coming up nice and good. They seem to be doing fine. This is probably my best looking marigold. As sad as that is, it's the best looking one. Maybe this one might also be the next best looking one. I do have one tomatillo that made it. I don't know why the other two did not make it. And I know I need to grow them in larger groups. I did plant some seeds during the last rainstorm here and here where they were. on the other side of that saucer. Try to get a few more in because they need to cross-pollinate. So hopefully my seeds come up. This is actually the last one I had that grew, and it's the only one that survived. The other ones all died out, which is crazy because I had I think 5 or 6 that came up from the original seeds, and of that, 3 ended up surviving when I brought them outside. And then once I transplanted them, that's the only one that made it. And it's looking really good. It's got a nice thick stalk too. One thing I want to point out too is the mulch that I got. Can see Explorer me over here. The mulch that I got, the first one looked gorgeous. It was mostly wood and stuff. But the second one I got was a lot more leaves. And in this one, there was a lot more trash. I really partially didn't even want to go and grab it because of how bad it looks. It was very dusty as well. I wish I had a mask with me, but it's filled with, the bags aren't too bad. They're just paper. They'll disintegrate. They just shred it up like the compost bags that people use. But there was a ton of plastic. Here's a little bit of plastic right here. But there was bigger pieces than that. But there was a ton of plastic, and I tried to pull it out as I could when I was shoveling it, but I found more when I laid it out. So that's something to be aware of too. This stuff was not as good. I would have probably not got it, but I already took the trip, and I really just needed to get something down because the paper I have is just driving me crazy. I keep tripping over it, and it's causing all sorts of problems. So we ended up just using what I could get at the time. But I love how my garden's looking. It's looking amazing. I can't wait to finish. I think I finally have enough cardboard to finish off the rest of it and plant my last bed, which I want to do pole beans and cucumbers is what I'm going to do over here. I do need to figure out trellises though and how to do that. But overall, I think it's good. Oh, look, the poison ivy's gone down. I wish I could have showed you yesterday. But all in here was so much poison ivy. I sprayed it yesterday, and it looks like a lot of it's dying or dead, which is wonderful. I can still see some in here, and there's some in here as well. Did the best I could. At least this stuff I can reach. I want to show you the really, really bad patch of poison that I'm currently trying to tackle. Who would have known that there's so much poison in the suburbs? Oh, I found a chipmunk. Didn't know we had chipmunks around here. He's on my bricks right now. Oh, there he is. You guys can see him. Spoiler, I have a project for all these bricks that I got. I want to make some nice beds. I got some free windows, reclaimed ones, but I have to figure out how to remove this big old stump. It's like a mulberry. The mulberry that's grown here, it's got a huge, huge stump. And I try to dig around it, but it goes straight down. And I don't like how close it is to my there. I don't need that. So let's see how the poison's doing today after I sprayed it yesterday. So in my arborvitaes, there's all this poison in it, and it goes straight up. And I sprayed it. It looks like it did something because they're a lot more wilted than they were. But there's some up there. There's some over here. I had some on the ground too, a little bit over. It's right here. Some poison. That one looks like it's wilted and dying. So that one's look like job well done there. But these tall ones, I'm not really sure what to do. Now, I did look up some videos and they were like, oh, cut down the stalk. The problem is that I can't get inside of these bushes. I can't even see because they usually touch the trees and stuff, but I can't even see on there. It's very hard, because everything's so tight, and it's maybe that's it, but how would I even get in there? There's just too much bush and stuff to get in there to do anything. So it spraying's kind of my best option, I feel like, over here, because I don't know how else I'm supposed to get in these bushes. They got limbs for days, but it's pretty bad. If you have any ideas of how to get poison ivy off of an arborvitae, please let me know, because that's horrible, and I don't want to go digging in there if I don't have to. I finally recovered from my last one. Another thing I'm missing from yesterday is that I harvest my garlic had a bunch of scapes on it, and I went and harvested it. And like, this is awful. Like, I made this cool like video where I was showing you guys about like what I did with it. Here's my little garlic patch. Not too much to look at. They had, oh, I missed one. So they all had these garlic scapes, tons of them. I'll have to harvest this one off. Oh, here's another one. Okay, so apparently I missed a couple, but I went and made a really, really delicious cucumber tomato salad with garlic scapes, and I also just kind of threw it in the dinner I was already making because it was just easy to do that. The cucumber tomato salad that I made with it tasted so good. Oh my gosh, a little bit of hint of garlic to that. I used I bought some like fancy lemon salt seasoning, and I put that in there with a little oil and vinegar. Oh, so good. So good. Highly recommend. Just wanted to give you guys a garden update. My little flowers are doing great. I forget what they're called. Maybe it's petunias. I have a tag here. See what the tag says. Yeah, they're petunias. So my petunias are doing great. My daisies are actually doing fine. I did have to pick up all the heads because they died off, but I do have some that are continually growing flowers every once in a while. So I am so excited. I think they look absolutely stunning. I can't believe how awesome they are. It's a slow building process. So these guys are looking good. I'm constantly having to weed. It drives me crazy. Like a weed and then something like this will pop back up. So yeah, the clover is like everywhere as well, but what can be done about it? Let's see how the rest of it looks. Don't know entirely what plants these are, but their flowers are coming in. They look gorgeous. They came with the house, so I'm less familiar with those. My wonderberry here is pretty wilted, but it is still growing little ones, so I think it's okay. I think I might have just pulled maybe one too many of its leaves, and it didn't like that. So not sure with that, but my other rhubarb plants are looking good. Most of my petunias in this area died. They didn't make it. My daisies are still okay. But yeah, I have a couple of petunias, but most of them did not make it. Unfortunately, it could just be that they're under the trees, so that could be it. Not really sure, but exciting news is my wine berries are getting close to fruiting, which will be great. I can't wait to harvest. I should have a good harvest this year. There's quite a bunch of them. My bush got a lot bigger. Am I happy that it's in the front of my house? Not really, but I love getting the berries. See, all this petunia is good, and let's just pull these out. I was away for the weekend, so I haven't gotten to weed yet. And it's about to rain again, so they'll be back. But yeah, actually, those did good. I thought those all died because my one over here died. It definitely did not make it. Everything. Yeah, I need to do a deep weeding. It looks like it's pretty bad. It's what it is. You constantly have to do the weeding. I know if I put mulch down, it'll help prevent a lot of this from coming back up, but it's a lot of energy to do it, especially because I have to go haul it from the recycling center. So it's something I want to do, but I want to finish my garden first. So that takes some time. Yeah, all in here is pretty bad. I do have some natural ferns that came in, which I love. Those are great. And I did weed all this out when I originally planted my daisies here, and now it's all back. So that's fun. I did get over here the other day and weed all this out, which is nice. But now I gotta go and do the other side. Some of these come out really easy. Like, I don't know what these ones are, but they just come right out. And they're huge. I literally just picked them out like not that long ago. So it's crazy how quickly they come back. So I pulled them out, like I got the roots and everything. So I don't know how so many of them came back with a vengeance too. The clover is a little bit harder to pull out. Oh, this is a wineberry right here. That's got to come out. I don't want that here. And we got some plastic. Fun. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the one thing about where I live is it's on a pretty busy road. So I constantly get people throwing trash in my yard, which is frustrating. So constantly having to pick up after people. Yeah, I know sometimes too it's just like recycle bins blowing over on recycling day when it's really windy, but when you find beer cans in your front yard, that was not a recycling center incident, especially when it's not close to recycling day. So yeah, there's that. Already over here is looking pretty good. I do have some under here to pull out. And you should wear gloves when you're weeding. This is just convenient. I do know that all the things that I'm picking out are not poison, which is what I'm mostly concerned about. Especially my areas. I don't want to get poison ivy, but I know none of this is poison ivy, so or sumac or anything like that. So I feel confident pulling it out with my bare hands. I personally find it easier to weed with my bare hands because I can get the roots better. I can get a better grip on the plant. A lot of times I find it very difficult to get a good grip on things when I'm using gloves. It just makes it harder for me to really make sure I'm getting the roots. And I think this is the part of gardening people never talk about is how often you got to do stuff like this. Like I don't do a sweep at least like once a month probably. I'd say that's a safe bet. It'll all like all this stuff will come right on back, which is annoying. So it's something where I found the easiest thing to do is just pick a spot like I did today, like this spot over here. Just weed this one area. Don't worry about every single area. Just pick one area, weed it. Or, if you come home and you see something, just pick it right away. Don't wait. But yeah, I really need to put mulch down. That'll help with a lot of this, keeping the weed down. I haven't mulched since I moved in, and this is my 3rd year here, so I'm overdue for some mulch. And that's why I think these are all coming in with abundance. It wasn't nearly as bad the last 2 years, but this year's been really bad with the weeds. But we've also gotten a lot of rain too, so that could be part of it as well. I think these are my favorite ones to pull out. I don't know what this weed is called, but it just comes right on out. You hardly even need to pull it. We're getting close, and then we'll call it done for today. I feel like when you spend like all day and all you do is weed, that's very taxing on your body and can be very unenjoyable. So, like I said, I find just doing one spot a day to be the best thing to do. But again, it has to do with how much time you have too, because when you have a lot of time, it's not too bad. But sometimes you just don't have the time to do like a full area. So just do what you can when you can. It is already looking a million times better. And according to my phone, it's been 10 minutes. So again, it doesn't have to take long and you can rotate through. So like yesterday I did over there, or not yesterday, I think last week I did there. This week I'm doing here and just slowly rotate. I think I worry a little bit less around the areas where people don't walk, like back here. I think the reason why these get so bad is because I don't do them as frequently because nobody walks on this side of my yard. So it's mostly just for me and my sanity. Sometimes too, I find that it's really hard to pull the weed when it's really small as well. And sometimes I wait until it gets to almost like a medium size because then I can actually grab it and pull it out and it's strong enough to be pulled. Because I feel like sometimes when they're really, really young, they'll just like snap and you won't get any of the roots, which is like not helpful. Sometimes it's okay to wait a little bit. You don't want it to wait too long because you don't want it to go into flower because then it spreads more seeds, which then makes it harder. So there's a fine balance between waiting a little bit and doing it right away. But that makes me feel better. This is looking so much better than it was. And again, these are all my daisies. They lost all of their flowers. They do have some buds, but they haven't really bloomed since. So that's it for my garden update. So I just went and hauled some more dirt and compost. I did a combination from my recycling center. I'm hoping that this is enough to get my garden pretty good. So I got the 2 large containers I have filled up with dirt. I'm hoping that's enough to get that last garden bed. And then the rest was all mulch. And I'm hoping that would be good. Now, I didn't do the smart thing this morning. I forgot to prep my square that I'm in. So I have to put down a bunch of cardboard down here. And I haven't gone and done that yet. So I figured while I'm on my way to go get all that stuff, I would take you and show you around to some of the things that I kind of started in the beginning of this video. So first of all, I want to start by the poison patch that was near my garden is officially gone. Can't see any of it anymore. I don't see it in these bushes at all. So that selective herbicide definitely helped a lot. And it just totally wiped this out. Like I didn't even show you, but like before, like this entire path in here had so much poison in it. It was crazy. And now it's pretty much all gone. I think I see like those crunchy leaves there. I think that was originally the poison. I know too that even when poison is dying or dead, you shouldn't touch it because it can still have oils that can get on you and still give you a rash. So be careful of that. So just because you spray it, do not be under any assumption that it is safe to go near it. Let's see. I also wanted to show you in here because so I have this kind of wild area that I haven't really done much to, but something really nifty that spot came up out of nowhere is this here. And this is, I think it's a black raspberry. I mean, that's what Google Lens told me it was a black raspberry. I'm hoping it's red because I love red raspberries more. But this little guy popped up out of nowhere, which is pretty sweet. I tried to grow some red raspberries when I first got here, but none of the plants took. So I was unfortunately unsuccessful. But to find one just naturally wildly growing in here is great. Do I want it where it is? Probably not. Do I know where I want to put it? I'll think about it. But it's nice that it's growing and thriving. I'll let it continue for now. Maybe I'll move it towards the end of the season, unless I come up with something quicker. Let's see, what else do I got? I guess let's go show you the poison that was in the arborvitaes because that also got a little better. All right, so you can see here, this was the poison ivy. It is definitely dying. This one, I guess, is not attached to the other one, so I'll have to figure out how to get that tall one. But over here, this one's also dying. One thing I also noticed, but it doesn't really show well on camera, is behind it, you see there's like that different leaf shape back there. That going all the way down is also poison ivy and it's on the other side, which unfortunately I can't access because it's in my neighbor's yard, sort of. So it's kind of in a weird spot. Like, how do I get up there? It is huge and massive on that side. So I'll have to ask and see if I can go over there and spray that because I'm sure they don't want that poison over there either. Who would want poison like that? There's that. Mine is still looking absolutely gorgeous. They're so colorful. My daisies started coming back more and more now, which I'm super happy about. So I've been seeing more and more of my daisies. My petunias look so happy. They're like absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors of them. I feel like that's why I picked the flat that I did. I loved all the pinks and the purples. See, like more daisies here. So it's good to see everything's coming in. I love when they get this little bit of white on them. I think it looks so pretty. I haven't really seen too much life from my yellow daisies yet, but I've definitely seen, oh wait, there's one right here. As I say that, I got one yellow, one yellowy orange one. So yeah, that's looking good. Oh, another thing. I went shopping with my mom and came back and found that all of my giant, beautiful strawberry leaves have all been eaten. So I think what happened, and this happened last year too, is that the deer come through here and they eat the leaves. They leave the plant, obviously, because they want it to live. And fortunately, I know they're still alive. They're still sending out tons and tons of runners. And some of them have produced some newer leaves, which is nice as well. So I know they're still thriving. But they just came through and like wiped us out. Like this before was all leaves in here. Like I had so many leaves. Further down here, not as much. This I was trying to build out, but this was highly concentrated over here. And the rest, I kind of spread them out as I could. Yeah, at least they're not dead, which is good. Like even here, you can see they nibbled those and I have new leaves coming in. I'm glad I waited like a week or two to show you because when it was last week and I first saw it, they looked awful. There's no greenery here. So I think that's good for a general update. Still no wine berries yet. They maybe next week or so. I have no idea. I don't know when they normally come, but not right now. I can tell you that much. They're not ready. All right, time to go get some cardboard. All right, I finished putting out all the dirt and mulch that I got, but I'm a little short on dirt. My mulch, I finally got to that like 90% done, which I'm pretty happy about. I could go pick up more, but honestly, I'm pretty tired. So I think I'm just going to pick up dirt because I really would like to fill this last spot on so I can plant, because I think I need to do that like now, type of thing. I think the plants need to be in the ground and already started at this point. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to focus on getting dirt and not worry about it. And I think I'm just going to do like fill up all my buckets and not do a tarp in addition. Hopefully that'll be enough. I think it should be fine. The problem is that I didn't realize my spot was much bigger than I thought it was. See, I thought my spot was like this size, and if it was, I could have easily done it with the 2 buckets. But no, my space is this big. So it's like twice the size of my asparagus one, and I think I probably can go wider as well. My asparagus one, we put the gate in, not in the center, so that is always going to be a much smaller plot than everywhere else. But this I can really make like this large. So I definitely need more dirt for it. Yeah, so we're going to go do that. But so far, looking good, looking grand. I had the wheelbarrow on the way because I'm coming back. I'll give you a whole tour and everything when I come back from getting more dirt. Okay, well, thought I was recording, wasn't. Recycling center, got more dirt and wood chips. Worst comes to worst, I can use the mulch around the house. I do have tons of garden beds around my house that all need to be mulched. With the dirt, I could fill like divots. I could start on potatoes or something else that I want to do. So all of this, not a bad thing. It was a little extra work. Didn't really want to go do a full other truck bed, but here we are and I did it. So just going to go with it. Also, the clouds look absolutely gorgeous today. Just want to say that. Those are stunning looking clouds. All right, I just finished and I am so excited to show you my garden. It is looking so good. I'm like 99% done, which is super exciting. It was a lot of work today, but I'm glad I was able to do it before I release this video. And you guys will get a fresh look. You might even find out how my garden looks before my parents do, because I'm posting this video this Sunday. So it's the freshest you can get. It's in 2 days from now. So anyway, really, really fresh look. I hope that you can hear everything. It is super windy today. Usually it's not this windy, but here, let's take an overview of what we got. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Got brand new bed. All this mulch. Now again, I didn't quite want to finish this part because I need a little bit more cardboard, but already good news. In this patch, actually, I found some asparagus like in the back that I had no idea was over here. Like there's this little guy here, and I found another one further down. Also, more exciting news. That might be a new tomatillo. Not 100% sure, but it could be. That's where I planted it. So maybe I'm in the clear for tomatillos. I don't see any in the other spot that I planted yet, but we'll keep looking out. But I think I got tomatillos, which is great. I got this nice, super long bed. I have no idea how I'm going to break this up. I know I wanted to do pole beans and I wanted to do cucumbers, but I probably want to have like an arch or something, which I have to still figure out how I'm going to do it. But I have plenty of room to work with. I might have to split this up into 2 different beds because it is massive. Collard greens looking great. You might have noticed from before, I am letting my parsnips go to seed. I just got annoyed with picking them off like literally every day. And I decided, you know what, let's get some seeds for years to come. So I am letting it go to seed, which may or may not be a good idea, but we're going with it. That's what I'm doing. It's too late now. My discharge looking a lot stronger. Look at this guy. It's looking pretty big. I think these are still the bug wounds from before, but hopefully it'll start getting better. I think I'm going to go to the hardware store today. I'll see if I can find more marigolds to plant, and maybe that'll help, because the ones in this bed in particular are like destroyed. So that makes me think that they are going after those, and since they don't have any more targets, they're hitting my Swiss chard. So, and maybe too, it's hitting my Swiss chard instead of my collard greens, which I'm okay with. So that's fine. I do have a lettuce coming up, so that's nice. The rest of them didn't make it, mostly because I stuck them in right away. I think I think this was the celery here. This looks like it's probably not going to make it, but again, that's fine too. Not worried about it. My peppers are getting huge. Like, look at how big this tall boy is. Oh, it's starting to get little itty bitty peppers on it. That's so cute. This one's got a bunch of flowers on it. Looks like something's eating my basil, which is good. I wanted them to eat my basil and not my peppers. The ones that were over here, I don't think made it at all. This one held on though. That one's good. And these are ones that I planted. Maybe this one's okay. I don't know. We'll see if he makes it. It looks not promising. But these were the ones that I planted from seeds myself that I harvested. So I didn't know how strong they were. I do have a few more on the back side here that I planted myself. So some of them made it. I might have transplanted them a little early. It looks like we got some grass. We better pull that out. We don't want that in here. My onion seems to be doing fine. These guys are doing all right. I think the ones in the middle are habaneros. I have like a bunch of different peppers in here. I kind of went wild with my pepper variety. So this basil seems to be doing all right. We got, ooh, this one's got a nice sized pepper in here. I can't remember what kind of peppers these were, but I grew them last year and they did really well too. This is a Carolina Reaper that I got, and we'll see if this one actually works or how that goes. I've never actually done Carolina Reapers. I walked in a hot sauce place and they were selling Reaper plants, and I was like, sure, let's try one. It's not going to hurt. Wow, this is really dead. This marigold's super dead. The one next to it is not much better. So I need to get some more marigolds. Here's another pepper. Ooh, this one's the one from before. It is really long. Now it's definitely bigger than my pinky. So that is great. Ooh, another pepper over here. Yeah, whatever pepper variety this is, it's doing super well. I can't remember what it was. I picked it up from Carnes, but I don't remember what variety it was. This one is poblanos. I only have one of these, but it looks like it has a ton of flower and buds. So that's something to look forward to. My tomatoes are absolutely thriving. I would hope so. I feel like I put so much love and effort into these guys. It's amazing how big they've grown. Like this one was one of my short plants. It was not one of my already big ones. And it's getting big. Oh, look at all these tomatoes coming up. Yeah, we're going to have quite the harvest. I cannot wait. There's some here. Yeah, we're getting close to tomato season. I will have to clean these guys up later, pick out any of the, extra vines that aren't supposed to be there and all that. But they are absolutely thriving. This little guy that was in here did not make it. It always looks sickly, and no matter what I did, it just kept getting worse and worse. So it is what it is. Can't do much about that. But no, they are doing absolutely phenomenal. I need to get a few more stakes. I'm always I guess I'm actually just like one short, although I probably want some for my tomatillos as well. So I'll pick up a few more stakes when I go to Home Depot later. But oh my gosh, are my tomatoes looking gorgeous? Yeah, this was one of my little guys. He's doing wonderful. I have some like randomly put in here. This one was planted later as well. That's why he's real small. But going down the line, like, I don't know if you remember when I first planted all these, they were all like drooped over and like super sickly looking. And now they look so vibrant and green and gorgeous. I did a really good job at picking off the extras, so they're very alternating, which is nice. It's very good looking, and it helps with them not over producing leaves and producing mostly tomatoes and such. So I cannot wait for these to be in. Look at all these beautiful yellow flowers coming in. That'll be tomatoes soon. I cannot wait. We have one last look at the final garden layout for now. Like, oh, so good. Such a long time of effort. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I was literally just hauling like once a week, or actually no, sometimes like twice a week, but like I would take like one trip. So I did not go crazy with it and haul like a ton. Again, I was a one-man show, and I feel like for anyone else who's started in a garden for the first time, it can look like this, and all it takes is some cardboard, some sticks and leaves, and pass to your local community recycling center, and that's all you need. And of course the plants and plants. But I'm so excited. This is only my second year of my garden, and it looks absolutely stunning. I feel like it looks professional. Like, if I say so myself, I think it looks so good. And again, I'm learning so much every single time I go and do this. Like, I was really this time trying to partner plants together to see if that was beneficial to them and all that. So I've been really working on trying to do research and figure out what plants go well with certain plants and what plants shouldn't be together, because I wanted to make kind of more of like an ecosystem more than anything else. And if you have any, good advice or anything to share, please do, because I'm sure not only myself, but everyone else in the comments and all my subscribers would love to know as well about all the gardening information that you have to share. All right, that is it for this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're new or old to this channel, I love you all the same. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye. I forgot to say too, I kept one container of dirt for miscellaneous things around the house. And I don't know about you, but I am hungry. I can't wait to get me some lunch. Wonder what I'm making today. I have no idea, actually. We'll look in the fridge and see what I can find. I could do without the weeding, but I think we could all feel that way, Oh, bird.
I just hope she doesn't hit the power button, because she has a habit of intentionally standing on the power button and turning off the entire computer. So if you're on your computer doing stuff, don't forget to save.